from Biafra's Got Talent. We are letting Biafrans know the reason why we should remember those who gave their lives for us, those who died that we may live.
You died to end my suffering. You died fighting for my freedom. Your blood is the seed of redemption. You are my inspiration.
The deed no wrong with them, military shots at them. 67 to 70, we remember them. 2016, 38 May, memories still lives in our mind till today. Wonder why they refuse to publicize the genocide. The world media turn blind eyes to our plight. It's time to arise, land of the rising sun. Let's rise one more time, let's rise.
Yo, we will never forget our fallen heroes. Those who gave their life for us. Onitsha massacre, Iwata massacre, Aba massacre. We remember you. Alright.
Tell them I got that day. Remember when me tell you say I got that day. Yeah, I remember that one that called us a Bruce Mero. But the way you go like a Papa Nuku. But then the way you me tell you what I look pandi, what pandi Samiro, me tell you what I day. For me the fall and the rest of man I tell you what I feel about the pop. Me tell them
I want to promise you something today. We must fight together, no retreat and no surrender. We must hold them down till the end of time. The most important thing is that we will restore Biafra. May your soul rest in peace.
And I look up to the sky with tears in my eye. For other Biafrans, if for freedom had to die, we will never forget you as the days go by. You are always in my heart, you'll never be apart. They fought for our freedom, they died for our freedom. They fought the Nigerian soldiers in the war front, without food, without guns, for our freedom, for our life, for our own good, for our children. We love them, our heroes, we want them.
My heart bleeds when I saw them slain. Where will I be now if not then? They will remain indelible in my heart forever, 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 and ever, and ever, and ever.
We serve in your plantation, and the way you paid us back with your bloody starvation. We play in our history that the death of our people is a mystery. No going back to get to a victory. I had a voice now call for vengeance. I never get bombed, I'ma blow like a vengeance.
Yo, we will never forget our fallen heroes. Those who gave their life for us. Onitsha massacre, Iwata massacre, Aba massacre. We remember you. Alright.
Where will I be now? If not you, you died at Mali.
They were starved to death because of our freedom, and they paid the debt for our freedom. Flag high for those that died in the genocide, fighting for you and I. There is pain in the heart, we bleeding inside, tears in the eyes, so I'm following you.
This is for my fallen heroes. Give them a motivation, people. It's like I'm looking at myself in the mirror. Cause to be a cast, I need to be a nurse. If we did not retire,
They paid the ultimate price. They died for the freedom of unborn child. We live for the legacy.
never be afraid. March on, cause we are more than conquerors. Yeah, you know what it is. We must revenge, and we must stand to represent who we are.
Biafrans reject the global conspiracy against the Biafran people. At this moment, we use this media to demand the unconditional release of the Prime Minister of the United States of Biafra, Mazi Ekpa Joko, who the Finland authority have held incommunicado for long now. They say they are investigating, and it's been months up to now. No charge has been brought against the Prime Minister of the United States of Biafra. We hereby demand the immediate release, the unconditional release of our Prime Minister, Mazi Ekpa. The global conspiracy against the Biafrans is unacceptable. We will never, ever accept it. It doesn't matter how they try to paint it, the whole world is watching. And it is sad that the world is silent, watching the atrocities committed against the Biafran people. Mazi Ekpa is only asking for the freedom of his own people. He's only defending his own people, trying to save the innocent lives that are being wasted away. Free Mazi Ekpa now.
Na tulaje bwana mabuli vemelem kuja atibe kwena tulane bovo timalugo no godo kokodo nyano be hule Dani moda tunilu na ya kalakana kwa lerinu mwangulu Ngula matali woso jere futa mbaka njuba diali Kama abulezi okwenu Na baka la kelwe gonezi enwe Nuboti akala kelwe gonudezi Baka na baba neno waralu nunuteyi Umu Biafra kunyenwe Umu Biafra kunyenwe Unanu kwa ni mono nuno mono nezi biakenenwe Ono nenu lila tono na nagulugu senyi tono nugu banatayi Kanyi wele fobi wena tabanu ubanyo Makana nyuko no 1 million no we bofu wa mabulezi okwe Naka ni kwata milake kwa wacha sienyi kakezu ezo pabule bewaro tamano Umo Biafra kuyenwe Kanyi wele fobi wena tabanu ubanyo Makano fobi abakama Na nugo no way Biafra na bekele umunina Nkabo nkanyi Mwadati na ijele wanyi bekele mi Akwage bulu kwekere na fandi otu Biafra is our hope And the Biafra is our religion Nkodi na wata chieza muno bibu onye iwere ya Wesi ya kene rugio Adubagwo chukwo Ikemba one of Biafra land mongwem Adawunele kala ya dike Mafondi mo jiri die bube bigade bi chemele mongwem
Ozugbo odogwu eji mali Igbo niile. Odogwu eji mali Biafra bịa. Kedumegwu Chukwu. Papa gị si ekene logi Filipu Effiong. Abụzikwa nwoke kwuru okwu wee kwụsị okwu si na Biafra ekunye. Na ya bụ Biafra ya tụrụ ugo wee nata. Na bụrụ na ya bụ Biafra ekunyigo. N'ọkụ ọgụlị nwata n'aka na-ele. Ọba gị si ekene logo onye ndu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Amadike Biafra kedu ebe ị nọ dike. Amadike Biafra bịa
She has no jurisdiction to try me. None whatsoever. I came out of
Ọkwa gị bụ ofu onye tiri ndị iro mgbada nwụrụ anwụ n'isi.
accused from my case and cannot try my case.
Amadike.
There are things that are happening in this country that a lot of you do not
Amadike
know.
bụ mmanwụ ndị
It is
iro.
my duty to make that very, very clear to all of you.
Emekene gị na.
Because the lies are too much. The lies are too much. I
N'isi
sent a petition to
ekene
the
logi
NJC
Biafra COS Dr. Ngozi Orabueze Biakeneli o. Abụzikwa oke nwaanyị gị ka mụ na-akpọ n'ama.
for personal gain.
Ada Biafra n'ịtọtọ.
Her son and her husband are facing corruption charges.
Ezi na-eme obi ụmụ ya bịa ngwa
They
o.
told them.
Nwoke dị na nwaanyị bịa n'ụlọ
That if they convict
unu.
me, this is what happens.
Isi ka n'ụmụ Biafra kwụ gị n'azụ.
Nobody wants to do it.
Maka na akwụdola eze ochie n'ụwa ịmalụ gị enu.
That's the problem.
Na gidigidi bụ ugwu eze ọma bụrụ eziokwu.
They sent her to my case.
Ọkwa gị si ike kenelu gị ndị Biafra gọọmenti niile. Ndị nọ na exile cabinet bịa n'ụlọ unu mwe. Ọnụ wee kene unu o, jisinu ike nu. Na Chukwu na ndị a na ya agba unu ube. Maka na onye sụrụ ọbịa ya atọ ka ịmalụ gị enu oyi. Jisienu ike. Ekene ụmụ ndị Biafra Liberation Army ụmụ Chukwu. The angels of Biafra land Biakene nuwe. The great oracles of Biafra na nuwe. Anu wekene unu nama. Na nunu jisi ike n'ọlụ. Na Chukwu ya gba unu ume. Ụmụ Chukwu. Ụmụ Chukwu ene. Asị ekene ya the Prime Minister H.E. Mazi Ekpa. Abụzikwa agbata obi yo. Otu eliri ụmụ Biafra bịa n'ụlọ n'ụlọ. Anụ nganga mpi otembe wilu nna me. Mmiri na-arị ugwu bịa o. Kudu akọ mmiri na-akwa n'onu. Mmụọ na-akpụ akpụ bịa keneli o. Ọdọgịrị dị mụ. Ose fụrụ ndị ilo bịa n'ụlọ n'uwe. Makwale n'aka ose adị mma n'anya. Mgbe eji mụ agụ ka onye ilo si n'ọdịrọ nka si onye ilo ya tinye isi onye ilo wee walọsọ. Abụzikwa nwa agbata obi ihe. Ọgada gidi dike bịa n'ụlọ. Mgbe eji ekwela n'ihe bịa. Onyinye Chukwu nyere ndị Biafra na n'ụlọ. N'ụlọ bụ ekele gị. Asị m na ya adịrị ndị Biafra niile na mma o. Asị na ya adịrị unu niile na mma. Ma ndị anyị na-akpọrọ nwa n'owutere anyị wee rie nne. Ma nwanne anyị na-akpọ na n'udo n'onwe maka na mgbe na-abọ ka ekwe na-agbọ dike ọgbọ ya na ndụ ọgbọ ya n'ọnwụ n'obi ife onye edobeli na-edere n'ụwa ma abụla ife emeleme. A good legacy will last forever, my believer, and the remembrance of my beliefs.
Of heaven, the very oldest language on the face of this very earth. Chukwu okike abịa mapụrụ m ihe niile, Chineke na onye ndị nsọ na-efe wee na-akpụ isi ala nye onye anyị na-agọzi aha nsọ ya mgbe niile, onye anyị na-aja mma wee na-eto anyị enweghị iche ọzọ ewezuga gị. Anyị anaghị efe arụsị, ọ bụ naanị gị bụ onye kere ihe niile kere eke mana onweghị onye kere ya. Ọ bụ ya mere ndị Igbo ji wee na-etu gị ebighị ebi. Ndị nsọ na-agba oche eze gị okirikiri ha na-akpụ isi ala nye gị, ọbụladị ndị okenye oru 2 na 4 bụ ndị na-atụ mkpọ ọla edo na ala ha niile si na-ede nsọ Chineke nna nke igwe. N'ụtụtụ a, ehihie, abalị, n'ụwa niile bụ ebe ụmụ gị gbasasịrị ka ụkpaka nna nke berede ngọzi ka anyị na-akpọkọta ha eze ebube n'ime eluigwe wee na-arịọ gị ma mma gị na ebere gị amara gị na ọmịiko gị ebe ndị gị nọ. Anyị wee na-arịọ ka iru gị wee chaa n'ebe anyị nọ. Anyị wee na-arịọ gị ezi ebube dị ngọzi ka igwe tinye ọgbaghara n'etiti ndị iro ka ha rabụ ndị kụziri ka ha wee megide anyị onye nwe m na Chineke nna dị nsọ ka aka nsị ndị dị etu a wee baa ha ọnụ ije obodo ekwensu bụ zuu wee laa ya n'iyi. Anyị wee na-arịọ gị onye na-adịgide ma ruo mgbe ebighị ebi, biko nụ ka iwe mee ka Biafra wee bịa ọsọ ọsọ nna nke bịara na ụmụ gị atakwala n'ahụhụ. Anyị wee na-arịọ gị ka iwe na anyị ezi echiche na amamihe mmekọrịta nwanne na nwanne ịdị n'otu ọganiru ịhụnanya nke pụrụ iche onye nwe m na Chineke nna ka iwe tinye ụmụ gị ezi mmụọ nke eziokwu ma wezuga anyị aka ajọ ihe n'ime ndụ anyị nna nke bred ngọzi ka ọ ga-abụ na ikpeta maazị na Biafra ga-abịa anyị ga-aja gị mma wee too gị wee gọzie aha nsọ gị kpụ isi ala nye gị bulie aha nsọ gị elu site n'ebighị ebi mara n'ebighị ka a na-arịọ gị ise ise ise. This very morning, all of you, I believe that those who are watching know who we are and why we do what we do. My name is Nnamdi Kanu. I am the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra all over this very planet Earth, the director of radio Biafra and Biafra television, and by the very special grace of the Most High Elohim, Chukwu Kikabia Mapurumi Henine, servant of the wonderful people of Biafra. We are live and we are direct this very morning, afternoon, or night, depending on where you are. And we start this very day by making it abundantly clear that the greatest enemy of a black man is the way that we reason. If not that the way we reason is very, very abhorrent, there is no need or reason why we should be suffering and complaining every blessed day without the courage to do something about it. You see, the land of Biafra must be defended. Unless you understand your role in society, you can never ever make any meaningful contribution. According to the Greeks, there are 3 types of people on this earth: the idiots, the tribesmen, and the citizens. People don't know the meaning of the word idiot. They think it's an insult. It's not an insult. When the Greeks used the word idiots, they did not use it as a curse word. Idiots are people who just do not care. That is the original meaning of the word. If they write exams, they will cheat. If they are in government, they will steal. An idiot does not care at all. If he eats banana, he throws the peel anywhere instead of putting it in a trash can. According to the Greeks, some societies have more idiots than tribesmen and citizens. As I used to say before, Nigeria is full of idiots. Idiots. The path we are pursuing is a path of pressure, relentless pressure to ensure that Biafra comes. How are we going to employ that pressure? There are only 2 ways to get your freedom in the history of the whole world. Freedom can be gotten only 2 ways. One is through the ballot box. In other words, people will contest and they will have Biafra Nationalist Party. Yes, as they have in Scotland. And then we vote for them. When they then go to the house or maybe go to Abuja, they will say, we are here under the mandate of Biafra Nationalist Party. Because of that, we want to go and conduct a referendum in order for us to be free. The other way, you fight. Either you go through the ballot box or you fight. Which option are we choosing? We have chosen to fight.
There is only one solution. That solution is Biafra. I said the solution is Biafra. The solution of black people is Biafra. The solution to the problems in Africa is Biafra.
That's our last hope.
That's my job. I tell you something and you ignore it. Give it maybe you will see it. Everything I told you came to pass. Only one is remaining, and that is Biafra. And I assure you that Biafra will come. That Biafra will come. That Biafra will come.
The foundation for the liberation and independence of Biafra has been laid by this government, and it is very, very strong. We build this particular foundation of the liberation on solid rock. Are you not seeing it? We are not shaking. I am standing very, very strong, making sure that I'm taking the bullet that they are firing at Biafra people, because their target is you. They believe that once they take Mazi Nnamdi Kanu out of the way, they will come for all of you. That is exactly what is happening in other parts of Nigeria, because nobody is there to stand on the way for them. And they are annihilating people, killing them, sending them to IDP camp. I told them, you see this face, okay, deceive very well. To deceive you. The momentum of the Biafra liberation today have necessitated all the discussion you see. Everybody is talking. Release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Why are they keeping him? Some of them claim that he was not fighting the way I'm fighting, but you kidnap him. Some of them are now addressing him as a gentleman. But you went and kidnapped a gentleman. They say, oh, he's more reasonable. He's not, but you kidnapped him. What were you thinking? All of them contributed money. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was speaking, it was their headache. They couldn't sleep every day. Oh, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he's destroying Alibo. Oh, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he's doing this, he's doing that. Today, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is no longer destroying Alibo. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is no longer causing problem. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is no longer is the good man. Is the only man now that is very reasonable. And I have not even started. Because you see what Agaku Nigeria Igwe. Agaku Nigeria Igwe. And you know the next level is by taking all their terrorist barracks, taking all the government houses. That is the next level we will go. Because it is part of the defense of our land. These places are places where the attack against our people are being planned. One thing people don't know is that we, this current generation fighting for Biafra liberation, we understood something that many people don't understand in the past. We understand that power, every power is given by God. So why do you discriminate other power, whether evil or good? I want you to understand that this particular freedom we are fighting, if we do not push Nigeria out of our land, we will never have peace. Nobody ever thought of why the devil, why the Satan, or whatever it's called, why was Satan pushed from the heaven to earth? For peace to be in heaven, for peace to reign. Because if devil or Satan is still in heaven, according to Bible, do you think you'll be struggling to go to heaven today for Christians? You will not. Nigeria said it's going to be a London to what the heaven will look like. If devil is Satan is still there. So I want people to think towards this particular. So it is the same thing with Nigeria. Any time and any day you wake up in Biafra land and see there is still a presence of Nigeria in Biafra territory, there will never be peace. So we must chase Nigeria away, just the way God chased Satan from heaven. Back to where they come from. Everything in Nigeria, we will remove them. Educational system will be removed. Even the religious, the way they worship in Nigeria, oh my God, you need to see our constitution. So what I'm saying is starting from the constitution of the Biafra, the United States of Biafra. So we need to chase Nigeria just like they chase Satan from heaven to wherever they belong to, for peace to reign and return in our land.
Only one under his leadership, His Excellency Simon Ekpa. Anybody that is confusing anyone or telling you there is another, no, there is nothing. There's just one, recognized by His Excellency Simon Ekpa. And we can pray. Once he has that communication, Biafrans, we understand that Obato Obie does not take no crap from nobody. No matter who you are, you must respect that authority. That authority is the only thing that can protect all of us. But we thank God, somebody said this is a transition period. If these things does not happen, Biafrans will not know who is following our prime minister, who wants him to fail, who wants him to be out. So this moment is ordained to happen so that Biafrans will know who is who in this restoration process. So on that note, I want us to know, Biafrans, that there are people that are being used to scuttle the independent state of Biafra. You all remember during Uwazulike's time, they come in different format. During Nnamdi Kanu's time, they came in different format. During Simon Ekpa's time, they are here now in a different format. Biafrans, use your tongue and count your teeth. The Southeast governors, South governors, we continue to use these individuals to make it look as if there is a parallel government. There is no parallel government. There's only one United States of Biafra.
Exactly.
This thing you see they are doing, that is what Tinubu and Bianco Ojukwu has paid them to do. When you support them, you are supporting the destruction of the mandate. And what is the mandate? I want to explain what the mandate is. Those of you that have listened to the voice recording that was sent, where the Prime Minister, His Excellency Simon Ekpa, have said that we, I know he called me, but it is all of us, we must protect the mandate. That voice recording is pinned on my Twitter space. Go and listen, my Twitter page. Go and listen to that. Protect the mandate. Keep it separate from all the crazy shit they do. Protect the restoration of the United States of Biafra. That is the message from our Prime Minister Obatobie Simon Ekpa.
Mandate.
Whatever they are doing, whether they are doing IPOB, whether they are doing Briggy, whether they are doing whatever, the Prime Minister have told us, protect the mandate. And what is the mandate? When I ask this individual the question, what is mandate? What is mandate? I asked, there are two questions. Is it the New Dimension mandate? Is it the United States of Biafra Declaration?
United States of
This
Biafra
individual
Declaration.
told me both. Both. Go and listen to that voicemail. She said both. That was the message from our Prime Minister. Both. What does both mean? Both means the New Dimension mandate and the United States of Biafra. The Prime Minister have told us to specifically protect that mandate. Nobody must go near. Nobody should tamper with that.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why I have to bring that for Biafrans to know is that many Biafrans are being deceived, but get it clear from me. I don't care about any Biafra that thinks they are being deceived. Oh, I don't know. Oh, I'm not sure. Oh, I'm still on the pipeline for now. Oh, there is two people. Oh, there is two government. I tell those Biafrans, go to your house, lock yourself up and sleep for the next 10 years. I don't care. Biafrans don't care. If you have been truly following the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, you can never, ever be confused. You can never ever say, oh, COS have to talk to me before I know we are to God. No, that means you never really followed Obatobia. Never. You never really followed him. You were just there pretending as if you're following Obatobia. Then in this slightest moment of trial, you failed. You fell apart despite what you've worked for in the past. We are not going to waste our second. We're not going to waste our time trying to convince. Biafrans here, please do not waste your moment convincing anybody. Let us focus on building the money we need to defend Biafra land. And the Biafra
Wow, so sorry, so sorry. I was muted. I didn't know I was muted. It's really sad. Thank you so much. Thank you. Kinsley is a rebate. Thank you so much, Kinsley. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I didn't know that it was muted. It's open now. It's open now. It's open now. Sorry, I was muted. I didn't know that I was muted, but I think it is okay now. That's why I saw people were running away instead of making the correction. So I welcome everyone that have joined, wherever you are joining from. So today we are bringing the update of the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The update of the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in the court. That is what we have come to give you the update. So wherever you are watching from, please tighten your seatbelt, like and share the broadcast, share to family and friends, share to everyone that is close to you. Make sure you invite somebody to join us on this program to be able to get the update of today. And as we speak, our supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is already in the court. Our supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is already in the court. And we are going to be following up as we always do on this program. We follow up and bring you informations that are coming from the court. As the court sitting is going on, we will continue to give you updates as they come. Whatever discussion that is being made in the court, we will bring it forward and make it known to the Biafrans. So I welcome everyone who has connected, wherever you have connected from. I want you to know that already Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has arrived in the court. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, if you are watching, you can see there that he's already in the court. And we are going to be following the court proceedings to see what transpires and how things go. One of the amazing things is that Biafrans are there cheering Mazi Nnamdi Kanu up. Biafrans are there supporting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Biafrans are there doing everything they can do to see that prosecutor Mazi Nnamdi Kanu appearance in the court is a very successful one. And when you look at Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you can see that the spirit of Biafra is holding him strong, in as much as he's in a very uncomfortable place. The place he is, there is nobody that will be in such condition and will be smiling and laughing. But he still wears smile, he's still doing what he has to do, and standing on and continue to speak for Biafra. So no matter how they try to break him, which is their main objective. So for those who are watching me on YouTube, those who are on YouTube, you can see it. But those who are watching on Facebook and those who are watching on TikTok, you might not see the video that is playing from the court. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has already arrived and the court has already started as we speak. What you are seeing now is the arrival of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So we are waiting to get updates that are coming from the court. As we get the update, we will continue to update you. Remember, today's court is the cross-examination of the witness. In case you have forgotten, in the last court, there were witnesses that were brought, about 3 witnesses were brought, and they brought some exhibits that they called. They brought many tapes that were played. They brought a tape that was played from the brokers of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and they also played the meeting of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu with the World Igbo Congress in the United States. So those were played. So many accusations were made, and today it is the turn of the legal team of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to cross-examine that witness. Remember, the witness who is witnessing against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a member of DSS. He's a DSS member who was there when they kidnapped Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I think when they were kidnapping, and the wrong was when they arrested him in Lagos in 2015. 2015, when he was arrested. And that was the one that came and they played certain audios as an evidence against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But in those audios they played, today the team of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will have the opportunity today to cross-examine that witness, to put to test everything they have presented. And as you can see, most of the brokers they were playing brokers where Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was speaking during the NSAS. When he was speaking to the so they accused Mazi Nnamdi Kanu of instigating the violence in NSAS. Meanwhile, the NSAS protest was not organized by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has nothing to do with the NSAS protest. He only began to encourage the Nigerian youth who were then trying to fight for their freedom, trying to fight and guide their voice, and the military of Nigeria opened fire on them. So Mazi Nnamdi Kanu weighed in and began to encourage them to continue to stand on and fight on. So they now brought that very audio. That was the audio they played in the court. And they played audio where he was advising the people when people were calling in. People were calling in his program. And they were telling him what was going on. You know, then Mazi Nnamdi Kanu hold brokers. Just as I'm holding brokers now, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu hold brokers, and people will be calling in from different parts of the world, giving a report of what is happening. So that was the video that was, the audio that was played in the court. Again, there was another accusation they made against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu again about the death of Gulag. The Gulag who was assassinated, one of the politicians in the north was assassinated on the way to airport. And the person that invited the politician was Hope Uzodinma. And at that very point in time, do not forget, during that time, Hope Uzodinma came out and said that the death of Gulag is politically motivated. Hope Uzodinma, the governor of Imo State then, the governor of Imo State, who is the chief security of the state, came out and said that the death of Gulag has nothing to do with the IPOB, that it is politically motivated. That was when Hope Uzodinma was in battle with Okorocha, or whatever they call him. That was when he was at war with Okorocha, and they were fighting each other. Both of them had their thoughts. Both of them had their army. Both of them have people who were working for them, and they were fighting for each other. So they set Gulag up, and they brought Gulag, and they took the life of Gulag. And then during then, Imo State was hot, and immediately that issue happened, the commissioner of police there did not even wait to make investigation or to see. The IG of police did not even wait to make investigation. They just announced and say it was IPOB, because then IPOB is already protesting, and we are conducting several awareness creation, and then they begin to attach that very assassination to IPOB. But the governor then came out and said that that very assassination has nothing to do with the IPOB. That the people that carried out the assassination is politicians. That is a politically motivated assassination. And not only that, we also brought out the video of the man that we are accusing that IPOB took his life. The man came out and spoke by himself, and he was calling out the person that took his life. That very man had a problem then with NSA Mongunu. NSA Mongunu, who was the NSA of the late Muhammad Buhari. That was the person that had a problem with this very man. And the man came on video, was warning that man, was talking to him and telling Buhari to throw away the man, and said that the man cannot do anything. And before then, they now set him up in Imo State and they took his life. So, but in this court, they were presenting it as an evidence against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The next one was when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu went to the United States, and he was talking to the Igbo Congress in the United States, the World Igbo Congress in the United States, telling them about the danger that is coming, which is the danger we are in today. The Fulani herdsmen that are taking innocent life today in Nigeria. Then Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was in the United States warning the World Igbo Congress, telling them to prepare themselves and create a help, support financially or any way they can to create a security outfit that is going to defend Biafra land. He told them to support, look home, look at home before our land is taken over, that they should do something so that the land of Biafra was protected. That was what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu went to ask for in the United States. So they are bringing it as an evidence. And I asked them, that very meeting that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu went in the United States long time ago, many years ago, to prevent what is happening today. Today, that same meeting, it is now held in Nigeria by Nigerian people, by those who want to take the life of Biafra. That same call Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was making in the United States far back years ago. Before this incident began to happen, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was warning and calling. Today, that thing that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was warning people about is happening. And even that same call that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu went to the United States to make, today there are people that are making that call in Nigeria. One of the open one you can see is the call that's made by Danjuma. Danjuma today is making a call, an open call, asking his people to defend themselves. He encouraged his people and tell them to go and get arms. The same way the terrorists get their own arms, they should go and get their own arms and defend themselves. This man is making this call on video in Nigeria presently, and nobody called him to order. Nobody questioned him. But today, they are questioning Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They are accusing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told his people to prepare on time. He saw what they could not see then. How I wish the World Igbo Congress listened to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu then. But the World Igbo Congress did not listen to him. They didn't listen to him. They ignored him. Some of them called him a warmonger, called him a troublemaker, called him different kinds of names. They never listened. This World Igbo Congress that you see them today coming out, they are attending the court, they come to court. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came, warned them before this time, they didn't listen. None of them listened. They didn't pay attention. But today, that thing that he warned them about is happening in Nigeria. And all they can do today is to come and attend court of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, where he's been accused, false accusations against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And by the way, I want you to have at the back of your mind while you are watching today's program, while you are waiting for the result that is going to come out from the court today, have it at the back of your mind that the court of Nigeria has no right to try Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is what their constitution said. They have no right to try Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And by the way, a court in Nigeria have said that nobody has the right to try Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. No court in Nigeria has that jurisdiction to try Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. One of the courts explained it further to say that no court can try Mazi Nnamdi Kanu until they explain the situation surrounding the kidnapping of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya. that you can't stand on illegality and you're talking about legality. It doesn't work that way. For you to bring Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to court, you must bring him in a legal way. You can't bring Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to court after committing a criminal act. After violating international law, you kidnapped him. You extraordinarily rendition him. Kidnap is a criminal case. Extraordinary rendition is against international law. You must correct that injustice first of all before you can try Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And in one of the court, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu won his case against the federal government of Nigeria in the invasion of his house. He won the case. The invasion of his house. And the court ordered Nigeria to pay him compensation, but none was paid. That compensation was not paid up to today. And instead of letting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu go, they continue to force him through the court system. But the actual sense I want you to have in your mind, the main thing that should be in your mind as you are waiting the result of today is that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is innocent and Nigerian court has no jurisdiction to try him. But for one reason or the other, they have decided to use their corrupt system to continue to postpone his case, adjourn the case, and from every indication, they can adjourn it for as long as they want. And maybe that is why the senior advocate that came into the case now decided to allow them to give a trial. But I hope he will be smart to watch out what he's about to do. Because any conviction against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and then expect us to begin to beg for clemency, for pardon, is unacceptable. Any conviction against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and then expect us to go for begging our pardon will not be accepted. Or they will convict Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, then they expect us to go for appeal, which is going to take another time, another year. This is the system. The only thing the federal government of Nigeria is trying to see the means they can be able to prolong the detention of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. As for the case they are charging Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, treasonable felony. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has not committed any treasonable felony anywhere. He has not. He has not. Every charges they brought against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is cock and bull story. Number one thing you have to bear in mind that most of those evidence provided in the court, the video evidence, where those brokers were made was not in Nigeria. None of those brokers was made in Nigeria. So if at all Mazi Nnamdi will try for brokers in Nigeria, he will try in the UK, not in Nigeria. The only people that have the right to try Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, if they feel that he has said something he's not supposed to say or that he violated any law, is UK. But as you know, the Zoological Republic, very lawless place, we continue to do whatever they want to do, anyhow they want to do it, anytime they want to do it. But I bet you, we must remain consistent and resolute. It doesn't matter what the outcome of the court may be. It does not matter. One thing you must have to know is that the supreme leader of IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is innocent. And there is nothing any man can do to change the case or turn the case against him. He is innocent. So wherever you are watching this program, I urge you in the name of Chukwu to please continue to pray for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for strength, for wisdom, for knowledge, for understanding. We are going to be following up and hear what is coming out from the court. You're welcome, my brother Anderson. You're welcome. Anderson, go ahead, unmute yourself and speak to Biafrans. Let's hear you. Anderson, are you there?
Hey, good morning.
Are you there, Anderson? I can't hear you. I can't hear you. I cannot hear you.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning, brothers.
Good morning. You're welcome. Go ahead and speak, Anderson. We can hear you. I think you are having a network problem. you're having a network problem, you better check your network and then get back. Check your network and get back to us while we continue to do what we have to do. Check your network. We can't hear you. Anderson, we cannot hear you. We can't hear you. Resolve your network issue, then you can come back. I can't hear you. We cannot hear you. Nobody's hearing you, Anderson. Nobody's hearing you. You better check your network and then you can come back so that we can listen to you. As you stand now, we can't hear you. So, my fellow Biafrans, wherever you are and you are watching this program today, I urge you in the name of Chukwu to stay strong. Do not allow anyone to distract you. Do not exercise any fear. As I have always said, always remember that the only genuine freedom we can get is giving Mazi Nnamdi Kanu Biafra. It is when you give Mazi Nnamdi Kanu Biafra, only then and then, you can now guarantee his freedom. Apart from Biafra, there is nothing else anyone can do or give to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Whatever you see the Zoological Republic government doing today is unacceptable. Whatever you see they have to offer cannot be trusted or believed because we know them. We know what they do. We know what they are made of. So whatever they do, whatever decision they take, we are not bothered. And we don't want to trouble ourselves with their decisions. We must have to remain consistent in support of the United States of Biafra, United States of Biafra under Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, and we will continue to fight until the last man standing. We will never give up. So wherever you are today, I urge you in the name of Chukwu Okike to remain focused. Do not allow anyone to distract you. Troubles are going to come. Enemies are going to bring their blackmail and propaganda. But I urge you in the name of Chukwu Okike, please stay strong and stay focused. The enemies that we are fighting are so much. Our enemies are in different forms and different shapes. They're in different locations and in different countries. In one of the programs, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu spoke about a global conspiracy against the Biafran people. That global conspiracy is real. The global conspiracy is real. And we must be very, very careful. Never give up. As we are watching Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in court, the same thing we are expecting for Mazi Simon Ekpa, they're going to bring him in court very soon. An innocent man who has not committed any crime. Just like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, both of them were only trying to protect their land and their people. But those who have their own personal interests, those who feel that they are more special than the other people, continue to push evil against us. They push different kinds of lies against us. And no matter how they try, they will never succeed and we will never give up. We are following up the update today in the court. But my joy is that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is standing very strong in the face of all the challenges and trials. Regardless all that is happening, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu can still put up smiles. Regardless all that is happening, we know it's not easy. I cannot tell you that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is having a good time there. He's not having any good time. It's not easy for one to be in. If you have not been in detention once, you wouldn't know what it is. But if you have been in detention, even for a day, you will understand. Anderson, are you there?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Let's hear you. Anderson, unmute yourself. Unmute yourself. We cannot hear you. Unmute yourself, Anderson.
Good morning, brothers.
Good morning. You're welcome.
May I use the opportunity to say good morning to Biafrans all over the world. But am I coming right now?
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. It has not been an easy journey. I will continue to tread upon this path until what belongs to us is finally given to us. The one thing I want to, in fact, I am not yet convinced indeed. But like last time, I was like, it's me. I am thinking as if there is any secret agreement that the federal government has entered with the Council of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, which I am not convincingly saying it is so. But I can't even understand. Really, everybody, even a child, a child that is born today, you quite right that Nnamdi Kanu should not stand any trial in Nigeria, but he has not committed any offense. The illegality of kidnapping from Kenya should be argued. I think I suppose that the councils, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should argue that before even allowing all this masquerade of a thing that is going on as a kind of a trial, and then the injustice they want to bring in, because all these things is a kind of a sharia. The Nigerian government is purporting in order to see if they can have anything to convict Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It's surprising me that we have about 4 sons now, and what I suppose that they should be arguing is not coming into contest. It's as if Aloy Ejimako is doing well handling this case proper and making it difficult for Nigerian government before now. But I will not conclude, because I don't know what is the secret behind or the discussion behind. But I know that the shame that Nigerian government has brought to themselves in respect of Nnamdi Kanu's issue and the restoration and Biafran freedom is so enormous. So anything can happen, because Nigeria is a corrupt entity, corrupt as a cesspool indeed, and even corrupt more than a cesspool. We are doing all these things because majority of this Western Europe are benefiting from the corrupt practices going on in Nigeria, and they are not ready to let it go, since this is the means of their survival. But it shocks me again and giving me a kind of a concern that with the great people we have as Igbos and Biafrans all over the whole world, does it mean that we cannot see the shame that whatever they are doing to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is being directed to every born Biafrans all over the whole world? The detain that they've detained Nnamdi Kanu for the past 4 years now, and all the shenanigans that they've been carrying along all these 10 years against him, is it that all these Biafrans, the dignitaries we have, are not seeing it as a kind of an injustice meted against all of us? That in the face of all this nonsense, those who are supposed to speak up have kept quiet? Or is it that they fear that after everything, only Nnamdi Kanu will suffer it, and if they manage to suppress Biafra, which God forbid, I know they will never overcome us, because I knew quite well that this is a divine mandate. It is a divine mandate, and that is why, no matter how they do it, no matter the angle they are coming from, no matter the money they are spending to bribe everybody that they are bribing in the whole world to see if they can turn things other way around, it's not going to work for them. We are the children of light, and I know that surely the power of God is going to lead us to the heights of why He has decided this mission. If it's alone that if not that it's a divine mandate, let me tell us one thing. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu doesn't have what it takes to come out and even stand to challenge a demonic enclave fighting for the freedom of his people. Simon Ekpa doesn't have that power. to come and stand against a demonic enclave instituted by Britain and managed by Britain till this very date to fight for this cause. But I knew it, and it's giving me joy because I know that no matter what, they will dearly pay for all this evil they are committing against the Biafrans. I have said it, and I will keep saying it, so that anybody that have ear will listen. If they think it will not come to pass, they are just making a shame and a mess of themselves. This is exactly how it was. I said it, and I am repeating it again. In the land of Egypt, when the Egyptians were making mess of the children of God, using the children of Israel for an object of caricature, using them for their slavery and all kind of insult and inhuman treatment, as if it will not come to an end. Until when God himself decided that this mission will come to an end, and he's going to use Egypt to prove his majesty before the face of the whole world. Even when God called Moses to go onto that mission, Moses knew that he's going to face the beast of that time. And he made it clear to God that I cannot go. Not only that, Egypt at that time is the demonic seat of the whole world, controlling the affairs of the whole world. But also, the people that God was sending him to go and rescue them are not people who are willing to listen, and they don't even care to come out from that slavery because they felt they don't have option any longer. But for God to prove his majesty, he compelled him to go onto that mission. From Moses, he attached Aaron to be his mouthpiece, and after that, Joshua came and he attached Caleb to be his helper. And this is how that journey went until the people of Israel were liberated from the hand of Egyptians. But when they were leaving Egypt, after every signs and wonders that God has shown to the Egyptian government at that time, for them to know that this is not human making, but rather God is fighting for Israel, and God wants his people to go. The government of Egypt, led by Pharaoh, was defiant, and they would not listen. But when they saw the great one, and when everything was turning to upside down in Egypt, they decided to let them leave Egypt. After leaving Egypt, it was to them as if it was a mistake. How should we allow these people to go? So that they said that henceforth we will not have Israel to serve us as a slave again. We will not make a caricature of them again. For them to go and face the consequences of what they've been doing to Israel, God knocked their brain and they blindfolded them. And they decided to go after Israel. Everybody knows how it ended up at the Red Sea. It is just a similar event that is playing out. But because of the level at which the world has grown in evil dealings and evil conspiracies against the children of light. But it is basic, it is very clear, it is obvious that these wicked rulers of the whole world is afraid of the light that is about to shine before the face of the world. They are in the state of, they are the one in darkness, and they are eating and drinking and surviving in darkness. So they are believing that anytime this light will shine, it's going to affect them, and they have been supporting every evil going in Nigeria against the Biafrans. If not for this very reason, the whole world knew quite right that Nigeria has committed a very high level of atrocities that have never been done anywhere in the whole world. For going to Kenya to kidnap Nnamdi Kanu and illegally extraordinary rendition him back to this demonic enclave that they call Nigeria. Why have they kept quiet? Why have they kept quiet? That is because it is a global conspiracy to make sure that they are going to suppress Biafra and not allow Biafra to make a headway. But if they think they can stand against Biafra, they should also think in another way. Can they stand against the divine mandate that God himself has instituted? And I want to use the opportunity also to say sorry to many of the Biafrans that are hanging on the fence and thinking that at the end of it all, Biafra will not come. And instead of supporting and
doing everything, putting all they have to ensure our freedom. They are there eating cucumber and enjoying their lives. While they are in slavery, you have been enrolled, you have been lined up for slaughter, and you do not see it because you are blind, you cannot see beyond your standing point. Who is a reasonable Biafra, a responsible Biafra that will be happy with the state we have found ourselves in a dirty enclave as such? I used to say it and I will keep repeating it. I'm not far from the scene. I am in this dirty mess. I am in this dirty demonic enclave they call Nigeria. I'm not far. I'm not in the Western country. I don't even have the privilege. I don't have what it takes to go out. If I have, I would have lived for a long time, because if you are with us here now, if you are with anybody, if you are with us in this dirty enclave, this demonic enclave called Nigeria, frankly speaking, you will know really that you are already in the hell. Living in Nigeria is like somebody already in the hell that they are talking about. If there's any other hell, there will be more than this one. In fact, that would be a kind of until then. But for now, if there's any hell I know about that the Bible and the Word of God is talking about, Nigerian state is the hell that we're in it. Nothing is working. Nothing is going on. Injustice everywhere. Look at the level of killings. They are promoting their terrorism, and they are charging an innocent man and trying him of terrorism act. After the atrocity, the abominable act they've committed to bring him down from Kenya against his own will, after all kind of inhuman maltreatment, blindfolded him and brought him back to a demonic entity, and the whole world knows about that. The world, look at what happened as soon as that incident took place. As soon as the incident took place, Boris, who was then the Prime Minister of England, to celebrate the evil agenda they've arranged and they're thinking that they've succeeded, they went to, while the Biafrans were clamoring that the whole world and Britain should look to what Nigeria has done to their citizens, to make us understand that every evil going on in Nigeria, British is solidly behind it and telling them to go ahead doing it, that their allies in the Western world, in the European world, and in Northern Europe can never do anything in as much as England is involved. They traveled to Finland, to Kenya, to have a Photoshop to snap and to consolidate that evil deed, to establish a kind of another diplomatic relationship between Kenya and Nigeria, for having helped them to do that evil job, because they knew quite well that this thing will never happen in England or in any part of the United Kingdom. So they use the hopeless people in Africa who doesn't want their freedom, who believe that living a slavery life and living a slavery life in perpetuity is of any good to them. Look at how Britain and France and some of them from the Western world has rendered the African continent incapacitated, especially the West African and the Eastern African, because they could not make entry into the Northern Africa, where the Arab world has decided to take over Arab, and they don't allow them to have entry. Only that they have a partial entry. It's not a very big shame to the whole world. It's not a big shame to the United States, the so-called United Nations, the so-called organizations that they claimed was initiated for the sake of humanitarians and humanity, and to make sure that there's any form of injustice all over the whole world is being stopped. Where are they? Where are they? Tell me what any statement that will come from United Nations today that will make us to believe that these people are humans. Tell me that statement that will come from EU that will make us to believe that these people are human. Tell me that statement that will come from ICC that will make us to believe that they are human. It is obvious that these people are corrupt. They are corrupt. Corrupted than anything you can think of. If there's any other word to be used more than corruption, this is what these people are. And their conscience is dead. They've sold their conscience because of material things that they are taking from Nigeria and all over African continent. But it's a very big shame. The biggest shame of our time, the biggest shame of the 21st century, that such inhumanity is going on, and the whole world saw it, and they turned a blind eye. This issue of Biafran is before the United Nations, and they are aware. They knew, the whole world knew when Nigeria kidnapped, what you know is against international standard. You are allowed a useless entity because Britain is involved. Because Britain is involved. You are allowed it to continue flourishing. And today, look at the shenanigans going on in their useless cause. The same useless man of injustice. James Omotosho is a man of injustice. He's never a man to judge any case in this country. He does not deserve to be a judge. This is the man that brought Ofuzodima from fourth position to attain the height of the governor to become the governor of Imo State. This is the man that the Nigerian sticky entity, demonic entity, has been using to sequestrate and suppress and marginalize and subjugate people into a wrong direction and putting them into a state of mess. Look at what is going on in the Imo State. Look at how poor Ofuzodima has been working tirelessly to accomplish the tax he has collected from Nigerians to make sure that every Biafran is being slaughtered. That Biafra, the land of Biafra is taken completely by the Fulani jihadist Nigerian government in collaboration with UK. UK have seen us as a problem, as a thorn on their flesh, for not committing any offense, for fighting for what belongs to us. For fighting for what is belongs to us. We say we need our freedom. If really what is going on in the whole world is not a global conspiracy and an evil targeted against an ethnic group, what is it not a kind of a relief when a child grow up and started to live or have a separate way from the parents? Is it not a relief if we want to be free and go and manage ourselves? But I should tell you there's a lot of evil agenda that is going on. And they have been surviving, the Western world have been surviving through this. And it is not even far-fetched. Look at the example of it going on in France, in Burkina Faso. Now, France and the allies around the world is fighting tirelessly to make sure that they remove Ibrahim Traoré from the seat of Burkina Faso's government. A young politician telling us military nonsense. Are we talking of military government? Military government that is better than demonic democratic government. But them, because they've already formed an agenda and have set it as a kind of how do I put a script that they are playing that with this we will continue to hold them in ransom. They tell you that the government. Burkina Faso, Ibrahim Traoré is in love. The whole Burkinas are in love with this young man. And anybody that knows what is going on in Africa will tell you that this young man is a light that is shining not only in Burkina Faso, a light that is shining forth for the Africans. Even also, the Britain and the France are collaborating with him also to see if they can trap this young man, this drug baron, drug lord, to let you know how shameless this world is. If not that this world is a shameless home, and people conscious, those who claim they are there to stand for humanity, have sold their conscience and living in evil because they are eating in evil. Will Tinubu be allowed? Is it supposed that Tinubu should even travel to Chatham House, where they used to go and promise them on how they are going to manage their company in Nigeria? Somebody who has a very tragic, a terrible and sticky record. The whole world is fully aware of it. Britain is aware of it. But that should tell you that the world is.
Are you there, Anderson? I can't hear you anymore. Anderson, I can't hear you anymore. I think he's having a network problem.
No, the part going on in this world. Pardon?
Hello, can you hear me, Anderson?
I'm with you.
Okay.
I'm with you.
Okay.
So, really, what I want to say in a nutshell is this. Please, the legal terms, all the things that are doing should not come first, but rather, they should start to argue the illegal extraordinary rendition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya. It's an evil against humanity all over the whole world. United Nations Charter, even in their own constitution, and even in their own court, they have told them that this is what people need. What are we sisters? What trial is Nnamdi Kanu standing for? And what is all this much evidence? Where has it occurred in the whole world that somebody wants to present evidence before an enemy? You are really sure that what you are saying is true, and you are requesting that you should be masked. Please again, don't say that the person that's standing witness against Nnamdi Kanu is a DSS member. He was there when they arrested him. It is not true. You cannot tell any. How can you notice who is somebody that is masked? How will you confirm that he's a DSS member? These people brought those that they feel that they want to use to manipulate everything and see if they can convince Nnamdi Kanu. But anything they are doing, we are watching them, and they should not even think that Biafra will go back. We have come out for this fight, and we are ready to give it everything. We'll fight until last man standing. And let me beg them, let me tell them one thing, they should go with. Whether they like it or not, Biafra has come to stay, and nobody will take it away. The end of it, like I used to say, will marvel the whole world. But I am urging all Biafrans, do not see this thing as something that is separate, maybe something given for some group of people to do, and they don't care, maybe because they are in Western world. Anywhere you are in the whole world, there is no place like home. You are like a slave. And any day the Western people want. Look at what is happening with our leader, PM Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Who will ever believe on this surface earth that Finland will betray the bond of trust that has existed between them and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? And I thought this should be a lesson to all those who are staying in the Western world and claiming or seeing themselves as if they are safe. Hence, they are not in this corrupt entity where we are suffering and living like a dead body. Let me tell you, nobody is still screaming in Nigeria. There is the level of insecurity. What you are seeing, the reportage you are seeing on the screen about the killings in all these places is not up to a quarter of the killings that are going on in Nigeria. And the federal government is the terrorist government. They are the one that is sponsoring the terrorists. Everybody knows, the whole world knows. Why are they not saying anything? Time shall tell. But I have said it, the whole world will marvel. When God will fully manifest, we put into manifestation what he has started, but they should take it at the back of their mind that this is a divine project and nobody will stop it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my brother. I appreciate you for that wonderful comment that you have just made. I appreciate you, and I thank you so much for your contributions. Always, and Biafrans are listening. Everyone that is watching us, wherever you are watching from, I want you to tighten up your seatbelt and continue to move forward and do not get distracted. A lot of things are going to be happening. It doesn't matter the news that comes from the courts today. It doesn't matter what the outcome is. That is none of our business. Because we know from the onset that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is innocent of all the charges. And there is always a fact that the Nigerian government has no right to try Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in the first place. So whatever they are doing in their court today, do not be troubled. Do not trouble your mind or your heart or begin to think what is going to be the outcome or whatever be the outcome. There is one very important thing that you must know. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is innocent. And the court of Nigeria has no jurisdiction to try Mazi Nnamdi Kanu based on their own law. Their law says that anyone that tries Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a terrorist. Because number one, they kidnapped him from Kenya. After they kidnapped him, they extraordinarily renditioned him to Nigeria. Extraordinary rendition itself is a crime. Kidnap of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a grievous crime. And there's no way you can stand on those illegality and you will be talking about legality. They must have to go, first of all, and correct their illegality. It's only after correcting that illegality that we can now begin to consider whether they have the jurisdiction to try him or not. But from every indication, it is clear that they have no jurisdiction to try Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. All the drama you are seeing today will just continue. So, as we are watching, Continue to pray for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for strength. The strength to stand strong for all of us until the end of the whole drama. I call it a drama because the man they are holding is innocent. Very, very innocent. There is no charges against him. All the charges they brought against him are all fabrications. If Nigeria were to be a sane country, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will not be in their court. This is an innocent man who has not done anything wrong. The only wrong thing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did is that he was born in a part of the country where he was born. That is the only crime he has committed. That he was born in the part of the world where he was born. Apart from that, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has not committed any crime. But you see how they are forcing themselves, pushing lies and propaganda against him, dragging him in and outside of the court, even when they know that this man is innocent. All the charges they are bringing, allegations they are bringing, are all false. Even as we speak today, they are still bringing allegations. I'm asking him. Today, they are still bringing market. Let me go around and get the update so that we can be able to look into those updates for you to understand what we are talking about. That the criminal entity called Nigeria are very, very unrepentant. When we call them a terrorist country, some of you do not understand. For those who are not Biafrans, they will not understand why we call Nigeria government a terrorist government. We are not saying it out of hatred. We are not saying it because we hate them. We are saying it because it is the truth. It is the truth. The illegality in Nigeria is smelly. It is only Nigerian government that is shameless, that can stand in the midst of their corruption and continue to be proud. In corruption, only Nigerian government. Only Nigerian government. There is no other government in the world that will begin to be proud in criminality. Only Nigerian government. And it's sad. A very, very sad situation. But what are we going to do? The only thing we have to do is to continue to pursue the restoration of Biafra and see that we walk out of that zone. If we don't, it is going to be very, very bad. It's going to be very bad. So the update we are getting from the court now, the case have already proceeded. The court commenced with the prosecution counsel, Awomolowo, introducing his team of lawyers. The defense team, led by Kanu Agabi, introduced his team of lawyers. Kanu Agabi, we are ready for cross-examination. That is what our lead counsel said. Witness BBB has been called into the dock. So now they are going to cross-examine the witness BBB. You know, they don't give their name, they only give the BBB. So the witness BBB have been called in. The prosecution requested permission to ask one more question to their witness, which was granted. Witness BBB stated and tendered a medical report indicating the cause of death of Ahmed Gulag. You see, they are bent on dragging the issue of Ahmed Gulag to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Ahmed Gulag, we are talking about, I have played a video, and I am still going to play a video where Ahmed Gulag mentioned the name of the person that killed him. And in a video where Hope Uzodinma said that the death of Ahmed Gulag is politically motivated. It's a politically motivated death. It has nothing to do with IPOB. But today, that witness is also Bringing today, the witness brought the medical report indicating the cause of death of Ahmed Gulag. Why is he bent on going towards that direction? To drag Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to something that has nothing to do with him. And they tendered it while they were there. And this is why we are saying, just like the video that Wazirike made, why would our lead counsel, the SARS there, be watching these people tendering all these unnecessary items in the court, and they are admitting them in the court? Why are they allowing that? Let's continue to watch and see what is going to happen. Then, transcript of cross-examination proceedings. Witness BB Agabi begin to question him. You obtained a video statement from defendant. Witness said, yes, my lord. Agabi, in that statement, only defendant and his lawyer were witness. We are visible. The witness said yes. Agabi, the video was not complete. Are we able to see those who conducted the interview? Were you wearing mask? The witness, I cannot remember, my lord. Agabi, for how long was the defendant in detention before you made the video? Witness, I don't know. I'm not aware of his long detention, my lord. Defendant has been kept alone in cell, all by himself. And the question continued. Transcription of cross-examination proceedings. Witness BBB. Agabi. But you must understand that solitary confinement is punishment. If that's what you mean, it's a punishment. Did you kept him in solitary confinement because he is in danger to himself or the society? Agabi was asking the witness. But you must understand that solitary confinement is punishment. If that's what you mean, it's a punishment. Did you kept him in solitary confinement because he is a danger to himself or the society? Witness, I'm not aware he was in solitary confinement. Agabi, you subjected Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to solitary confinement. I'm not aware. And how long the defendant has been in detention? Agabi, do you know the minimum days to keep someone in solitary confinement? Witness, from United Nations law, you can't keep someone for more than 15 days. Transcript of cross-examination. Witness BBB. Agabi, the long detention of this gentleman has caused him unhappiness. Witness, I am not aware. Agabi, are you aware this gentleman has been in detention for 4 years after the interview? The defendant has become very unhappy and frustrated. Witness, I am not aware. Agabi, this proceeding detention is not through a court order. This prolonged detention is not through a court order. Witness, I don't know, my lord. Agabi, defendant was arrested in 2015. Witness, I am not aware. My lord, I was not part of investigation, my lord. They continue. Agabi, do you know some of the charges were dropped? Agabi was asking the witness, do you know some of the charges were dropped? Witness, I don't know. I don't know about the previous charges, my lord. Agabi, following the amendments, several charges have been dropped. Witness, I do not know, my lord. Agabi, all the charges, only 3 were attributed to the defendant. I don't know, the witness said again. Agabi, do you know that the charges were amended 6 days after his arrest through kidnapping? Witness, I'm not aware, my lord. And the proceeding continues. Agabi continued to cross-examine the witness. In fact, of time, the charges have been pending in court for 6 years. Witness, I'm not aware, my lord. Agabi. It's from this letter you become aware of this case. Witness, I'm not aware, my lord. Everything he's not aware. Agabi, before you received the directive from your office, were you aware of this matter? Witness, I don't know, my lord. You will never do anything. Agabi, in the letter, the AGF complained about the complaints he had received. What was the response of your office? Witness, I don't know, my lord. The only investigation you conducted was the video interview. Witness, it was not so, my lord. Agabi, I put it to you, you did not conduct any other interview. Witness, I did, but the docs are in my office. The documents are in my office. Okay. Everyone in court just laughed out. Stay tuned. That is how far they have gone now. Cross-examination is still ongoing. And as the cross-examination continues, I will continue to bring update. So, my fellow Biafra, you can see, when you look at the cross-examination, the question that are being asked here, you see that that man that called himself whatever he called himself, the witness, has nothing to say. The witness, most of the things he's been asked, he said he doesn't know. You can imagine that he doesn't even know the charges of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He doesn't even know if there were investigation done. He doesn't even, there is nothing he knows at all. He doesn't know that some charges were dropped. He doesn't know that the charges were written some days before the arraignment of Mazi Nnamdi can be caught. The witness said he doesn't know. And remember, this witness is a member of DSS. They don't want to give us a name. They don't give us a picture. They give us somebody with a mask. So we will continue to bring update. But I want to tell you, my beloved brothers and sisters that is watching, I have said it time and time again. It does not matter what the outcome of the court is today. The only thing I want you to have at the back of your mind is that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is innocent of all charges. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is very, very innocent of all the charges. And it does not matter what they do. It does not matter what they say. At the end of the day, victory is going to be ours. But as we know, they might have some other games that they want to play. They might have some other things that they want to do. But whatever be their plans that they have, which we are suspecting already, many people are already concerned and talking about convicting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and then expect us to begin to beg for pardon or clemency. That will not be acceptable. That will not be acceptable. Because from all look of things, since they have refused to withdraw this case, the easiest thing they would have done is to give an order to the Attorney General to withdraw this very case. Just the same way they withdrew the case of Showore. The federal government of Nigeria withdrew case from Showore. They have no case with it. They are not interested anymore. They did the same thing to Sonny Igboho. The federal government withdrew their hand and said they are not interested anymore, and the case ends. The same thing they do to some people in the north. They withdraw their case. That is what they're supposed to do. They are not supposed to subject Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to any trial. They are not supposed to subject Mazi Nnamdi to any trial for the fact that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu himself is innocent. Is innocent. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is very, very innocent of the case. They have put the case to trial. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have won most of the cases in the court where he went. Remember, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have gone to the Supreme Court and they returned him back to High Court to start from afresh. And this case have been tested. They've tested it and said that they have nowhere, they can't win the case. They cannot win the case. But as you know, it's a case against the government. And the government can manipulate as much as they want. They can manipulate anything. They can cage you. They manipulate it to convict you and then expect you to ask. They say they grant you pardon. And you know the pardon comes to condition. And once you are convicted person, and they say they grant you pardon, that conviction already is there. It's no longer easy. And remember, what they are charging Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is treasonable felony. You see, after watching that video I played yesterday from Owazurike, even before then, I was thinking about this very issue. And this is why Ejimako have refused to go into trial for this case. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have refused to allow them to try his case. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have refused because the judgment have been gotten already that have been passed says that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is innocent, that they don't have the right to try him. You cannot stand on illegality and you're talking about legality. You must first of all correct that illegality that you have before you can be qualified to speak about legality. There's no way you can be illegal and you are talking about legality. It doesn't happen. Nigerian government committed illegality to the highest level. They kidnapped Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, tortured him for good 8 days, extraordinary rendition him, abused all his marriage rights, and placed him on solitary confinement now for 4 years. Crimes committed against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is grievous. And they had no right to try him. The best thing they should have done. And when people are talking about political solution, the only political solution they should offer is to withdraw the case. That is the only political solution they will give. The president to give order to the Attorney General to withdraw the case, that they're not interested anymore. Anything short of that is a scam and will not be interested in it. My brother Greg, you're welcome. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. You're welcome.
Hello, Mr.
No.
Good afternoon.
You're welcome, my brother.
Good afternoon to all the Biafrans, the listeners, and the people on the comment section. My greetings this afternoon. We thank God again today for our life and the life of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who is on the court today. We thank God for his life and keeping him, giving him the strength to come to the court today. We thank God for Mazi Simon Ekpa, that God will continue his good work in their life, and the God who give them the grace to start this Biafra struggle, this freedom fighting for the freedom of their people, will not abandon them. God who give them the grace to start it, will make them to bring it to the end, no matter what the enemy do. Victory is ours.
See?
Yes, my brother. I just entered and I started listening from where we are giving the update. And a man that's called himself a witness from the DSS or whatever, every question they ask him, he say he don't know, no idea. So you arrested Sam Nnamdi Kanu and you questioned him Nnamdi Kanu, and you don't know if Nnamdi Kanu is confinement detention or whatever. You don't know. You don't know how many years he has been there. You don't know how many days he's supposed to be in that place. You don't know if his right has been abused. Everything as a agent of the DSS and Nigerian government, you don't know anything. Then why did they employ you? And which work are you doing for them? And why did they brought you to the to testify? If everything you don't know. So that shows the world the kind of judgment and the kind of law that Nigerians are practicing. You interviewed somebody. When you catch a criminal and you interviewed him. You that interviewed him knows the law. You that interviewed him will say, yes, this person I have interviewed, I found so thing against him. He must be detained. And this is the what he's supposed to face. Because when you interviewed him, you are almost a lawyer for that government and a lawyer for that very agent. So you know the law. But this is everything you have telling people, telling the whole world in that court is you don't know, you don't know, you don't know, you don't know. Every question that we are put to you is, your answer is you don't know. So my brother, I don't know why Nigeria is always making fun of themselves. And this is why my anger goes so deep to Finland. I hope Finland will be watching this kind of a cross-examination they're doing against the counsel for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The question is asking the people that came there as a witness. You came as a witness, and every question they put to you, you said you don't know. So I don't know what he's supposed to know. So that is to show you the kind of country that is Nigeria is operating and the kind of law. So it is obvious that they already know everybody is aware now that they only just come and fulfill all righteousness that they brought Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to court. That is only what I can see in this very court. No other thing. It's only just to say the word. We take him to court too. So, but we wait and listen and see what will happen at the end. That is my submission for now. Thank you, my brother. But I'm still at work.
Thank you so much, my brother. It is so sad. It's very funny. Somebody who said he was investigating the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as a witness, you are with this DSS, all of a sudden, you don't even know the charges that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is being charged for. You don't know. He was asked, he doesn't know. After you received the AGF directive, the charges were again amended. He said he doesn't know. I'm not an investigator. He doesn't know. I'm not aware of the content of the charges. You are not aware. What else are you aware? And what are you testifying? What you are testifying to come and tell the world that it is Gulag. It is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that took the life of Gulag. So that's the only reason you are there. And let me play the video of Gulag. The Gulag, they are accusing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and say that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was the person that took the life of Gulag. I want you to see the video where Gulag mentioned the person that took his life. This is the man they are accusing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu of taking his life in court.
I want to say what I have been saying over time. Mr. President, remove, arrest, prosecute Major General Ali Munguno, your national security advisor.
Major General Ali Munguno, the national security advisor to Buhari, the late Buhari, his national security advisor was the person that killed this man. This is the man they are telling Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that took his life. This is the man they brought his today they brought his autopsy result, cause of death result. They brought it in the court to attach it to the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. This man, Hope Uzodinma, confessed. I'm going to look for that video, and said that that man death was as a result of a politically motivated killing. That the death of this man was politically motivated. That was what the governor of Imo State said on video. The governor said it. It was Hope Uzodinma that invited this man to Imo State. He invited Imo State. And after the visit, he was going back to the airport. You can imagine a man that came to visit the governor. After visiting the governor, he was going back to the airport to catch his flight to Abuja. And he was ambushed. And in this video, he is warning Major General Ali Mongonu, the NSA of late Muhammad Buhari. That was the person that took his life. But today they are accusing somebody else for the death of this man. They are accusing somebody else. Hear him. Just listen to him, what he has to say.
I want to say what I have been saying over time. Mr. President, remove, arrest, prosecute Major General Ali Munguno, your national security advisor. He is corrupt, he is clueless, he don't have the interests of Nigeria and Nigerians at heart. And that Munguno is a hypocrite. If he is the NSC and he thinks he have available power within him, let him arrest me. He is corrupt, he's a thief, he's a problem to the security of this country. If people are afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm only afraid of God. Because Munguno is only busy stealing the monies meant to protect us. That is it. And the better for you, Mr. President, remove Major General Munguno. Is the most useless NSA ever produced in the history of Nigeria. Thank you very much.
It was after he made this very accusation against the NSA of Buhari that he was invited to Imo State by Hope Uzodinma, and that was where they took his life. They used Hope Uzodinma to set him up. After visiting Hope Uzodinma, he was going back to the airport, and they took his life. And after that, Hope Uzodinma came and made a broadcast that the death of this man was politically motivated. And that was when Hope Uzodinma and what is it called? Rocha Sokorocha, we are fighting for Imo State. That is where when they were battling for Imo State. That was when this thing happened. But today, you can imagine. You can imagine. They brought this man case in the court, and they're attaching it that it was during IPOB. And eventually, this man lost his life. It was that they were supposed to have a sit at home on Monday. But this man was assassinated on Sunday. If he was assassinated on Monday, they would have said it is sit at home, because that Monday was supposed to be a sit at home. That Monday was supposed to be a sit at home. It was supposed to be a sit at home. The sit at home have already been announced by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But they took his life on Sunday. On Sunday, that was the day he was died. So if it were to be on Monday, they would have, there's no way they would say it is IPOB. But eventually, Chukwu Okike exposed them, and they took the life of this man on Sunday. Then on Monday was our sit at home. And luckily, Chukwu Okike also forced Hope Uzodinma to come and speak and said it is politically motivated attack. But today, look at how they are dragging it. All in the name of trying to convict Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. What a shame. What a shame of a country. What a shame of a country. Now you see why Biafrans do not want to be part of anything called Nigeria. This is one of the grievances why we don't want to be part of a country that does not have the rule of law, that lies in everything, at every instance, they lie. Lie is the order of the day. They lie in everything they do. They can never tell the truth. They can never tell the truth. It is propaganda, propaganda, and propaganda. Lies and lies upon lie. Every day, every minute, every second. And how long do you think you can be living in lie? How long do you think you can continue to live a lie? We don't want to continue to be part of this lie. We don't want to be part of. We don't want to be part of this lie anymore. We have been there long enough, and it is time for us to get out of it, because we are not same people. We are not part of these people. We are not part of them. We are not part of them. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu warned us, but people don't listen. I wish that everybody listened. I wish that people listened. If our people had listened What is happening today will not happen. If our people have listened, the loss of life we have today in Biafra land will not happen. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was warning people and telling people to rise up, had a meeting with World Igbo Congress and told the World Igbo Congress to do the due diligence, rise up, raise funds and secure your land, that the Fulanis are coming. He didn't only tell the World Igbo Congress, he was telling everybody, prepare. They are coming. They are coming. And nobody took him serious. Instead of taking him serious, people take him for a joke. They were fighting. Even the people that are coming to court today to stand with him, so many of them were fighting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Many people that are coming to court today to say they want to join Mazi Nnamdi, they were among those that fought him. They are among those that fought him. They were among those that fought him. They fought him, they made sure that things did not go the way it is planned. But I bet you, the more they try to do that, the more Mazi Nnamdi Kanu continue to make the difference. All those you see today pretending to be there for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, all those you see today pretending, most of them were part of those who fought against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. After taking note of brief narration by Barrister Aloy Ejimako in court, the case was adjourned to next week, Wednesday, 21st and Thursday, 22nd. The court have ended and the case have been adjourned to 21st and 22nd of May, 2025. So, 21st and 22nd, the case have been adjourned. Aloy Ejimako made some narration and gave some instances. And as we speak, the case has ended. And the court is over until 21st and 22nd. We are still going to be back here again on 21st. We're going to be here on 22nd and continue to bring you update. It does not matter what they do, no matter how they try. They cannot break Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The only thing we have to do today is that every one of us should stand strong. Continue to pray for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for strength, for wisdom, for knowledge, for understanding. But while you are praying, don't cry for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, cry for yourself. Remember, that war that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu warned us about, it is still coming. It is still coming. I want you to listen to this. Listen to this.
Of the Most High. And this morning, he gave me a message for Ndi Igbo. Ndi Igbo, Okolia Bo, Okolia Ndi, Okolia Igbo, Okolia Bo, that is their name. Ndi Igbo, Owesi Museum, Naga Nabia. Omono nye mwifi Igwe for aga anụnwa. Naga Nabia, Okwa unu mala wee jikere. Naga anụnwa na-abịa nwere mmadụ mmụọ enwere ike iweta ya. So biko ụmụnne m jikere kwado ka nke mee 1966 libido ndị mmadụ jere libido n'ụlọ biko. Onye nụkwa nyanụ, onye chọrọ ịnụ nyanụ na onye chọọ ya wele emere. O nwere ndị na-asị na nna anyị ala, anakwụ m anyị ala ọkwa ozi ka na-eje. Nna anyị ba etu ndụ kabada. Ụmụ ozi o si nwuzie ndị Nigeria as a whole. Nigerians mala amala na gọọmenti nọ na ọchịchị taa enwezi direction. Ba nwazi ebe a na-eme.
Ozuola. Ka nke a bụrụ ihe mmụta dịrị unu.
You have heard it. It is a message when we are talking about war coming. Some of you don't take it serious because it has not happened to you. It has not happened in your village. You don't understand. When we tell you the Fulani Janjaweed are taking over, you don't understand it. You think it's a joke. The taking over of our land has started. Some of you are not paying attention. They are changing the narrative. They are changing our culture, changing our religion, taking our land and selling over. In case you don't know, it has just started. And I want you to watch this. What is happening in Imo State, sponsored by Hope Uzodinma.
Hope Uzodinma don't break another record for Imo State. This one at the international flight we come from Samu Bakwe International Cargo Airport. And the first beneficiaries for this international flight, na Imo Muslims where they go pilgrimage for their Hajj. All of them being happy, they talk. See as all of them just they happy, they talk. As Hope Uzodinma don't do them well. And to witness this, he invites Vice President Kashim Shettima, the Sultan of Sokoto, and other top government officials. Take listen for waiting Vice President Shettima talk.
To play by the rules and regulations of the Saudi authorities. Becoming an architect of modern Imo and by extension, modern South East. The President is mightily proud of him for his devotion to the Nigerian nation, for his sacrifice for the unity and progress of his.
You saw that. Those are Muslims in Imo State, and they claim to be Igbos. Sponsored by Hope Uzodinma for pilgrimage. Hope Uzodinma. And you saw the leader of the Boko Haram there, Shettima, the vice president, congratulating Hope Uzodinma, speaking with them and encouraging them. You don't know. This is not whom we are. Everybody knows whom we are. The Biafrans, our religion is Christianity, Jewish, or traditional religion. That is who we are. Any other foreign religion is not for us. We are known as Christians, traditional religion, and Jewish religion. That is what we know. That is our character. That is our life. That is our life. These three religions. That if you go to Biafra land today, I can bet you that 80% or 85% of people there are Christians. Very few people there are either Jewish or traditional religion. Even some people that you see that we tell you they are traditional religion, they are still Christians. Or they were Christians before. Either they were Christian and they now decide to go back to their tradition and do the traditional religion, or they join the Jewish. That is what we see. But this foreign religion that is coming is not part of us. Some of us have forgotten whom we are. We have forgotten whom we are. And before I round up this program, I am going to play a video from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. With this video, we are going to close the program and come back tomorrow to continue the analysis. The case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have ended, adjourned to 21st and 22nd. Have that at the back of your mind. The cross-examination will still continue. And we're going to hear them what they have to say. Let's hear Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, what they say here.
E-Y-O-N. It's called Sam Bat Yon. It's called the Sambatyon River. I give Elohim praise. Sambatyon River. Go and, as I'm reading it, I want you to be reading it, please. Sambatyon River. So you'll be shocked. I told you everything I tell you is gospel from heaven. I don't add anything of mine. As I'm giving the message from heaven, I give it to you. 3 people make up the Biafran people. The whole of Biafra. Forget all these other names. The whole of Biafra. The Igbo people. The house of God. And his nephews. Ephraim and Manasseh. Are you listening to me? There are the ancient Ndibo, the ancient people who were there. The first wave of migrants came from Egypt. The second wave came from Samaria. 3 people. One came from Egypt, Sudan, Niger, Yoruba land into Igbo land. First wave, the house of God. The house of Ephraim and Manasseh came through Egypt, came through Djibouti, went through the upper lands of Ethiopia, came into the Afar region of Ethiopia, proceeded through the Central African Republic we know today, into Cameroons, and into Biafra land. The third and the final wave that came. 3 people make up the land of Biafra. 3. And when I say that Biafrans are Israelites or Hebrew, not all of it. I've told you this before, so there'll be no confusion. I want you to go and type in Sambation. Some spell it S-A-M-B-A-T-I-O-N. S for sugar, A for apple, M for mother, B for Bravo, A for apple, T for tango, I for India, O for Oscar, and N for November. You can find it, Sambation. I read it. Oh dear me. In the earliest literature, where do I begin? What is Sambation? It is the mythical river. It is the mythical river. Oh God in heaven. A river of stone. A river of stone that took Jews to every part of the world. There was a man that wrote many centuries ago. Many centuries ago. Unbelievable. This is shocking. Shocking. I'm telling you. The river Sambation flowed beyond the rivers of Abyssinia. Remember when I told you about the Afar region and I told you about Biafra, Biafra, and Biafra. This man is saying that the exact place that we located on the map as to have Biafra in it during the migration was where this very river was located. And these are Jewish scholars of note. Josephus, Pliny the Elder. These people we are writing in the ancient days. In ancient days. Even an Arabian writer, but his name is Abraham Abulafia. And this same river was mentioned in 2 Kings as well in the Bible. The river that flowed beyond the rivers of Abyssinia. And where is Abyssinia? Is Ethiopia. If you go beyond Ethiopia, it becomes the kingdom of Biafra. It's here. I didn't write it. Everything we tell you is gospel. Everything we tell you is gospel. Absolute gospel. Some people don't understand. They don't reason very well. But here we reason. Go and research it. Sambation is an assignment. Go and read it. Then you will understand the miracle that Elohim is doing in our lives. You must understand it. They say you have no history. I don't know that the British discovered something they never wanted anybody to see. They said, your name is now Nigerian. It means gloomy. It means dark. It means evil. Oh dear me. They said that the most credible account is that given by a Jewish writer and traveler. The most credible. His name is Eldad the Danite. You know, the tribe of Dan. In his letter to the Jews in Spain in the year 883 AD, he said, who are we? And the children of light. The children of light. There's something I want to play for you. There is something that I wish to play for you that the whole world may understand it. To know who we are. To know why we are agitating for Biafra. To tell the so-called misguided, foolish elders that cannot see, that are not learned, to let them understand why we do what we do. They know nothing. That is why we are the way we are. They know nothing. I want to show you something.
There's a possibility.
Listen.
The international community can be brought to bear. The UN.
Listen.
Declaration of Human Rights. All the way through. This is a very...
No. It has gone. It has... Oh my goodness. It has gone. I will try to play it from here.
TV. I want to amplify that we believe that there's a possibility that the international community can be brought to bear, the UN, the Declaration of Human Rights, all the way through. This is a very, very serious matter. There's something that I didn't mention and I hesitate.
A white man.
I'm not Nigerian, although I think Dr. Lloyd has bestowed upon me the honorary title of Nigerian man. And we had a conversation. It wasn't heated, but he acted like he was going to revoke my Nigerian man credentials. Causing my 13-year-old son, who was in the car with me, to be very distraught. He said, "Dad, you have to stay a Nigerian man." But talking about children, when I was a little boy, when I was 7 years old, growing up in the middle of nowhere, Florida, in a swamp, closest town was 30 miles away. The first thing that happened in the world that brought to bear to me that maybe things weren't always right, maybe things weren't always good, wasn't the Vietnam War. I was in the South. It was correct and just, and we were the warriors. It was the Biafra War.
Biafra.
I remember very distinctly thinking, this just isn't right. This isn't right.
The British,
this is a
you hear it now.
It is a great nation.
It's a great nation. Biafra.
Country. And then later when I learned, something most people don't know, that there is a plausible argument that democracy began in Igbo land.
Igbo land, a white man. Democracy, the world knows today, started in Igbo land. The whole world over. A white man, an American doing his research. I don't know who has this clip, and I want to post it on my page. Democracy started where in Igbo land. Now, do you see the reason why I tell you that we are the oldest people on this earth? And if you don't have the grace of God, you cannot write. You cannot read and write. A white man doing research in America. This is why CNN will not carry our news. If you're wondering why BBC won't carry it, this is it. Because the white man understands what Biafra means. Blacks in Africa don't know. They don't know the purpose of God in their lives. They have no idea. You see, the Yoruba see Biafra as something there to be fought. Let's fight it. They are fighting Biafra out of ignorance. This man did his research and said what our ancestors were able to do 5,000 years ago. Now, today, we cannot do it. The first written constitution in the whole world. The first organized government in the world. There are two people that God controlled from heaven. The Israelites and those that he sent to Biafra land. Only two. The Israelites revolted and said, give us a king so we can be like other nations. And Chukwukabiyama gave them Saul. Do you know the funniest thing? The Igbo race never asked for a king. Instead, they named their children Chibu as that God is king. That is why if you come out in Biafra land in those days, I say Igbo land as an example because they're the ones maintaining it. And you say to somebody you're a king, they'll tell you to go and be a king to your wife and your children. Now you understand how special we are. Now you understand why I fight for Biafra to be free. And I want my Yoruba brethren to understand, once Biafra is free, you're also very free. You'll be very rich, I assure you. Because it's a blessing from God in heaven, not man. And this is what the British never wanted you to know. They don't want you to know this, never. Because they want us to be saying it. And being a black man from Africa, if you're saying it, people won't believe you. The British saw this. That was why they said we must amalgamate them. They found Nnamdi Azikiwe, and Nnamdi Azikiwe was a willing tool of the devil. And he agreed. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu wanted him. He said no. I'll play it again so you hear how special you are. I want you to understand how some of you don't know why we fight for Biafra. This is the reason why. We are the oldest of the oldest, the very ancient people. When I tell you that Igbo language is word that speak in heaven, you're doubting me. That is what they speak in heaven. The angels address God Almighty in Igbo language. This is the reason why the oldest civilization on this earth is in Igbo land, the center of the whole world. Let's listen to this man once again. I'm excited about it.
Right.
Listen.
This is a great people.
Great,
this is a great nation.
Great nation.
There was a country.
That was a country.
And then later when I learned something most people don't know.
Most people don't know this.
There is a plausible argument that democracy began in Igbo land.
Democracy.
The very first written constitution on this planet was written by the Igbo people.
The Igbo people wrote the first constitution. But Europeans don't want the world to know. Because they are wondering, if that is the case, why did God put people in Africa? That's so backwards. And I'm saying to them, God sent us to Africa to bring light into Africa. That's our job. Okay. In our villages, in here, which means light, is in Anambra. It's everywhere you go to. Do you now see who we are? The first written constitution in CBD, the first. I want to listen to this man more, please. Let's listen to him.
The very first democracy that involves self-governance.
Self-governance.
For everybody.
Autonomous community.
Not just the Greek wealthy, but everybody was in Igbo land.
Igbo land.
And the very first democracy that permitted women leaders.
The first, anywhere when America was saying give women a vote, this is our mothers, so we are rulers. They rule the families. When women are talking in our culture, men don't come out. You don't dare come out. Can you say it? Can you hear who we are? When I hear all these fools in Abuja and in Lagos, all these riffraffs talking rubbish, I feel sorry for them. That is why we are harsh with any idiot that calls himself an elder who doesn't know history. What we are fighting for is to protect something that anybody will be envious of. This is who we are. And we started worshiping idol. Somebody will go to the farm and cut a wood. Or Pierre will say, you cut an idol, rubbish. You bow down before an idol. And God took away all the blessing he gave us. Said, go and worship idol, and that's what you want. That's why we're in a mess. God gave us 700 years to come out of it. We continued in idol worship. And he sent the British. The Arabs came. He said, no, I don't want you to do it. He sent the British instead. Go and conquer them. And as you're conquering them, you're going with the Bible, the Old Testament and the New Testament. If they are smart, God said, if they are smart, they will go to Old Testament and see who they are. And that was what we did. Oh my goodness. Let's listen.
Was in Igbo land.
Igbo land.
The West, Europe, we were still in the Dark Ages.
Europe was nothing. You see all these white men building aeroplane and going to the moon, they were nothing. When Biafra land was bubbling, when the kingdom of Biafra was at its peak with God Almighty in heaven as the king, Europe was nowhere. They were in the Stone Ages. They were nothing. Oh dear me.
And yet the Igbo had figured out a way to have a just and meaningful government and a just and meaningful society and due process and fairness. And to this day, you see a great...
Listen, due process and fairness. These things are weaved into our idioms we have, our proverbs. This is a white man teaching you who you are. Fairness. Which is the foundation of our constitution. Fairness. I want the world to hear this. Biafra means fairness. You can never cheat anybody and get away with it. Never. In Biafra land. Okay.
Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being with me till the end of this program. We are going to continue the program tomorrow. I appreciate everyone that have been part of this program, wherever you are. Let's continue to pray for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for strength, for revelation, for wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. As for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he has no case. He will be in court again on the 21st and the 22nd, and we will continue to analyze. Tomorrow, we will also come again and review this very case and bring more review and updates that is going to come. Thank you so much for being part of the program. I appreciate you. See you tomorrow by the grace of Chukwu. Stay blessed.
No fear for our land. We go stand together. Fight for freedom now. No surrender.
This day is more than just an opening. It is a call for peace and reconciliation. Join us at the first ever Biafra Peace Summit, where the past and present voices for Biafra independence come together. No segregation, no division, just one people with one purpose. An occasion to voice our differences, resolve them, and stand stronger as one people. May 30th is also our separate Biafra Heroes Remembrance Day, when we honor the brave souls of men and women who fought and children who fell from the genocidal war of 1967 to 1970, where over 3 million Biafrans lost their lives. The day we honor those unjustly imprisoned and killed before the war, during the war, and presently, simply for being Biafrans. We salute our past and present leaders, from the vision of Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu to the resilience of Philip Effiong, the fearless dedication of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and the unwavering courage of Simon Ekpa Odogu, who have carried the torch of our struggle. Their sacrifices and leadership lights our paths forward. As we all know, for far too long, we've endured suffering at the hands of our enemies and division from within. This summit is power-packed to heal those wounds, to uproot seeds of discord planted among us, and to unite Biafrans across tribes, regions, religions, and political views. Together, we are unstoppable. Be part of history. Join us on May 30th, 2025 at the United States of Biafra headquarters in Washington, D.C. A day of unity, remembrance, and renewal. Biafra rises as one strong nation, bolder together. Venue, 11726 Connecticut Avenue, Northwest Washington, D.C. Time, 3 p.m. Biafra time and 10 a.m. Washington time. 30th of May 2025, a united Biafra. Our time is now. This message is proudly sponsored by the Office of the United States of Biafra Deputy Prime Minister, Her Excellency Dr. Ngozi Orabweze, and the Biafra Information, Telecommunication and Postal Service. My name is Marvelous Chukwubikem Arinze.
Face many things, we don't fall. Them took a Nnamdi Kanu, but we stand tall. Simon Ekpa, them catch we still they strong. We go rise higher, no place for wrong. We no go fall, we go stand. In unity, we hold the land.
This is from Biafra's Got Talent. We are letting Biafrans know the reason why we should remember those who gave their lives for us, those who died, that we may live.
You died to end my suffering. You died fighting for my freedom. Your blood is the seed of redemption. You are my inspiration.
The deed no wrong with them, military shots on them. 67 to 70, we remember them. 2016, 38 May, memory still lives in our mind till today. Wonder why they refuse to publicize the genocide. The world media turn blind eyes to our plight. It's time to arise, land of the rising sun. Let's rise one more time, let's rise.
Yo, we will never forget our fallen heroes. Those who gave their life for us. Onitsha massacre, Ipocha massacre, Aba massacre. We remember you. Alright. Tell them I got that day. Remember when me tell you say I got that day. Yeah, I remember that what I called Assassination. Like a papa nuku, oh them be we boniro. Me tell you what I look pandi, what pandi samiro. Me tell you what I day. For me the plan and the rest of man, I tell you what I do. Me know that you come, me tell them
I want to promise you something today. We must fight together, no retreat and no surrender. We must hold them down till the end of time. The most important thing is that we will restore Biafra.
I look up to the sky with tears in my eyes for other Biafrans and for freedom had to die. We will never forget you as the days go by. You are always in my heart. You'll never be apart.
They fought for our freedom. They died for our freedom. They fought the Nigerian soldiers in the war front without food, without guns, for our freedom, for our life, for our own good, for our children. We love them, our heroes. We want them.
My heart bleeds when I saw them slain. Where will I be now if not then? They will remain indelible in my heart forever, 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 and never, and never, and never.
We serve in your plantation, and the way you paid us back with your bloody starvation. We play in our history that the death of our people is a mystery. No going back to get to a victory. I had a voice now call for vengeance. I never get bombed, I'ma blow like a vengeance.
Yo, we will never forget our fallen heroes. Those who gave their life for us. Onitsha massacre, Ipocha massacre, Aba massacre. We remember you. Alright.
Where will I be now? If not you, you died at Mali.
They were starved to death because of our freedom, and they paid the debt for our freedom. Flag high for those that died in the genocide, fighting for you and I. There is pain in our heart, we bleeding inside, tears in our eyes, so I'm falling here.
This is for my fallen heroes. Give them a motivation, people. It's like I'm looking at myself in the mirror. Cause we to be a cast, I need to be a nurse. If we did not retire,
They paid the ultimate price. They died for the freedom of unborn child. We live for the legacy. Yo, we will never forget our fallen heroes. Onitsha massacre, Ipocha massacre, Aba massacre. We remember you. Alright. Yo, we will never forget our fallen heroes. Onitsha massacre, Ipocha massacre, Aba massacre. We remember you. Alright.
Yeah, put the flag in the air. Never be afraid. March on, cause we are more than conquerors. Yeah,